Hello, beautiful souls. This question comes from one of you out there listening who asked me, should I contact the twin flame runner during separation? I thought that this was a very insightful question and one that I'm sure a lot of you out there listening have. It's almost inevitable that we would ask this question at one point or another within our twin flame connection, because we all experience separation in one way or another. Or I shouldn't say all of us, but at least 99% of us experience a kind of separation, whether this is a physical, geographical separation, an emotional disconnect, or whether it's a much more intense and painful separation, such as in the case when your twin flame has cut all communication with you. Because there are so many various different forms of separation, depending on your unique case and connection, and also the extent of separation could differ from one connection to the next, there really is no clear-cut answer. This isn't a yes or no answer video in which I'm going to tell you, yes, 100%, contact the twin flame runner during separation, it's time. But I'm also not going to say no, never reach out to the runner during separation. Instead, I am going to guide you through this video through what I believe to be the 3 main keys to remember when you are considering contacting your twin flame runner while you are separated. The purpose of this video is that while you are listening to these 3 keys, you will feel energetically activated in some way. You will hear your own intuition clearly speaking to you through the energy in this video. And hopefully you will receive some kind of clarity or insight into your own connection by the end of this video, so that you will know for yourself in applying these 3 principles whether or not now is the time to contact your twin flame runner. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In addition to creating these podcasts, I am also a subliminals creator. This means I create subliminal affirmations, meditation tracks. And for those of you who aren't aware of what subliminals are, these are simply spoken affirmations embedded within other meditation sounds and frequencies. And the purpose of this embedding is so that the affirmations will be masked to the conscious mind, which is important because the conscious mind is the gatekeeper to the subconscious mind. And it's truly the subconscious that actually controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes. So subliminals are like a key that directly unlocks and opens this usually hard to reach subconscious part of the brain. Because of this, we are often able to experience results hundreds if not thousands of times faster by directly accessing and reprogramming the subconscious mind with subliminals, rather than using traditional law of attraction techniques like spoken affirmations. Personally, in my own life, I tried using the law of attraction for years. Specifically, I attempted meditation and visualization techniques, and I did not see any results from these techniques until I started incorporating subliminals. Using subliminals, I started seeing results very, very fast. Within just my first few weeks of meditating with subliminals, I attracted a dream career. My entire life began to transform for the better. So I began creating them myself, and this is how my website, Sound and Soulful, was born. What you're looking at on the screen is my subliminal site, where I have created over 100 subliminals designed for all areas of life. So as you can see, there are subliminals for physical appearance changes, for certain skill sets, for money, for fame, for attracting certain kinds of relationships, even a specific person, for confidence, for happiness. I've created subliminals for basically every area of life imaginable. But specifically for those of you listening who are twin flames, I have an entire section of subliminals created just for you. I would most highly recommend a subliminal I've created called my 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal. No matter what stage of the twin flame journey you are on right now, this subliminal is designed to uproot and clear away any energetic blockages, preventing a deepening of your twin flame connection. And these blockages are addressed through this subliminal, wherever they may be stored in any of the 7 chakras. To learn more about this subliminal, check out the pinned comment under this video as well as the description box. When you create a 7-day free trial on my website, you can access this subliminal and all of the more than 100 subliminals I've created completely free. Now let's get back into whether or not you should contact the twin flame runner. I feel that many twin flame teachers, not all, but some, do an injustice to their viewers by giving an overly generalized answer to this question. I've watched videos in which a spiritual teacher will say flat out that you should never take action during a period of separation. Or in other cases, I've heard certain teachers say that specifically the divine feminine should never take action and should wait for the masculine to move into a space of action. I believe this is an overly generalized approach to this question, because in truth, each of our connections are extremely unique. Our circumstances are unique, and specifically our energetic circumstances are unique. Even if our situations look the same on the surface, usually there is a time lag. The energy of a situation shifts first, and then the manifestations in the physical lag behind. So this means 2 people who appear to be in the exact same circumstances of separation with their twin flame could actually be currently experiencing very, very different energies. So for one, it may be the perfect next move to reach out to the twin flame runner in some way. Whereas in the other seemingly identical connection, this could end up pushing the runner away. So that is why I say that this needs to be addressed in a highly individualized kind of way. So the first key point you need to remember as you are considering contacting the twin flame runner during separation is that you must open a line of communication energetically before you can communicate effectively in the physical world. And I say effectively because whenever we communicate with someone, our words are only a very small part of the equation. Many psychologists have researched and shared research on the effects of our body language, how our body language speaks much more powerfully and our facial expressions speak much more powerfully than our words themselves whenever we are talking to someone. But what psychologists are truly hitting on here is they are realizing that all of our forms of external communication are manifestations of our energy beneath the surface, and that it's truly the energy beneath the words, beneath the facial expressions, beneath the body language that others are responding to, and not the words or expressions or body language themselves. This means that if we were to try to communicate with someone before there was an open line of communication energetically, we wouldn't get through to them, and it wouldn't matter what words we used. It wouldn't matter when we said these words, the timing, the delivery of these words, how we looked as we said them. None of that would matter, because energetically, our communication with this person is being blocked in some way. I'm sure that you've had the experience of trying to talk to someone. Let's say you're in an argument and you're making a point to the person you're arguing with, but because the energy of the situation is very negative and closed off, they are so energetically closed to you that even when you say something that makes sense and is very logical to them, to their face, they don't hear you, and they respond as though they didn't hear or process what you said at all, which of course only aggravates you more and then leads into this downward spiral of negativity. What we don't realize is this doesn't just happen in an argument. We can be closed off to communication energetically from others, and others can be closed off to us, even if they aren't necessarily feeling particularly negative toward us. They could just be in an energetically closed space. So when it comes to communicating with your twin flame, until there is an open line of energy communication between you, until you have cleared the air energetically, anything you say to them and however you say it, you will not be able to, or find that you're able to effectively communicate and have a true, authentic conversation with your twin flame. So then, of course, naturally the question is, how do we open this line of communication? For twin flames, you have to remember that your twin flame shares your core energetic frequency. Their soul mirrors yours. This means that any shifts or healing you do within yourself then reflects in your twin flame. So the only thing you have to do to open a clear line of energetic communication with your twin flame is to clear your own energy field. So before you even dive deeper at all into exploring the question, should I contact my twin flame? Should I not contact my twin flame? The very first step is to clear your own energy field and then make the decision from that energetically clear space to open that line of communication by first clearing your own energy, opening yourself up to both communicating and receiving clear communication from this person. So how do we go about clearing and cleansing our energy field? My favorite method of clearing my own energy field is 7 chakra clearing, specifically through the subliminals I've created. I have created 2 7 chakra clearing subliminals on my website. One, like I mentioned earlier, is designed specifically for twin flames. So if you are sure that you are a twin flame, or truly feel in your heart and soul that you are a twin flame, that this is a part of your path, then this is the clearing subliminal I would recommend most for you. And the reason I recommend this form of so-called sound therapy for clearing your energy is because it works at many different levels. So Within this subliminal, there are binaural beat frequencies, and each frequency, there are 7 of them, and each matches or resonates with one of the energetic centers, the chakras in the body. Each of our chakra centers resonate with particular sound frequencies, and by immersing ourselves within these perfect frequencies, we can essentially retune these energy centers to their natural state, resulting in a sort of clearing effect. But besides these binaural beat frequencies, the clearing subliminals I've created also include about 100 unconscious subliminal affirmations. There are about 10 to 15 of these affirmations directed specifically at each chakra center. So this is kind of a double effect, a double clearing effect between the tones and the affirmations to clear away any blockages that may be within you and externally reflecting, causing a closing off of communication between you and your twin flame. Alternatively, or in addition to using some form of sound therapy to clear away these blockages, you could also use simply some kind of meditation practice. Any kind of meditation that allows you to deeply relax your conscious mind, release any of the anxious, negative thoughts from your mind. The goal with this meditation practice is to reach a state of being where you feel as though there are no new negative or distracting thoughts popping up in your mind that could be being handed to you by the ego. Essentially, we are trying to calm the ego and truly tune in to our soul, clear our energy, because only by reaching this clear energetic state will we then be able to hear the clear answer to principles 2 and 3 that I'm about to share with you. Because essentially, these are 2 combined keys or principles. Key number 2 is do not contact the twin flame runner from a state of ego, from a push energy, from a state of expectation. And number 3, which goes along with this, is do contact them if you feel as though the motivation to do so is being inspired from the soul. So I am going to talk about these 2 principles together because they are essentially 2 answers to the same question. And again, you can only ask this question and receive a clear answer once you have cleared your energy in some way. But once you've done that in the first principle I talked about, I want you to ask yourself the question, where is the motivation or the inspiration to contact the twin flame runner coming from? And if you're not sure, that's okay, because it truly can be so difficult to sort out what is coming from the ego and what is coming from the intuition or the soul. So I am going to give you some tips to sort through where this inspiration is coming from. If you are coming from a space of ego, this will feel like a push energy. In your body, you may even feel a little bit of strain or tension in your physical body that is a manifestation of this push energy within you. You will feel as though, to some extent, you are emotionally dependent on a certain outcome in this situation. This could feel like realizing that you are wanting to contact the runner because you want them to say a certain thing. You want them to respond in a certain way. You want some kind of external validation. Maybe you've been experiencing all of these amazing 5D communication experiences, forms of telepathy, of dream experiences, but your ego is doubting the validity of these things. So from that ego-based doubt space, You are then feeling inspired. Hey, I want to reach out because I just want to know. I want to confirm with concrete evidence that this person is experiencing what I'm experiencing, that this is real. That is the ego trying so desperately to validate what the soul knows to be true. And if you're moving from that space, you aren't going to get the results that leave you feeling fulfilled. This probably isn't, energetically speaking, the best move to reach out at this time and participate in some 3D physical contact of sorts with your twin flame. However, let's say that this is coming from the soul, the intuition. How this will feel is you are feeling very stable, very calm within yourself, and all of a sudden it pops into your mind, hey, I think maybe I should reach out to them. And when you think this thought, it feels light, it feels easy. It causes you to feel, or I should say to maintain, that inner core of stability. You don't feel your core shaken. You don't feel tension in your body when you think of contacting them. You don't feel extremely anxious or afraid or doubtful. Usually this feels like simply wanting to say something to them for the sake of saying it, because it's coming from a place deep within your soul and you simply can't help but express it. It's just overflowing within you. This is a very magnetic energy, what I call a pull energy, not a push energy. And if you truly feel very clear, very positive about this idea, very calm, and most significantly, you don't feel as though your ego is attached to any particular outcome from contacting them, then this may actually be a divinely inspired motivation to reach out. Because what many people don't realize, and that overgeneralized piece of advice we get within the twin flame community when we say never reach out if you're the divine feminine and you're in separation, or never reach out if your twin flame is the runner. What we are neglecting to realize is not only are we all individually experiencing unique stages of the connection in a unique form and set of circumstances, but also that we each have within us an internal compass we call the intuition that is guiding us along the perfect path to our own twin flame union along this journey. So there is truly no one-size-fits-all piece of advice when it comes to this connection, except advice that gets you to reawaken and get back in touch with that part of yourself within you, that intuition that always and only holds the answers for your unique path, for your unique connection. I hope this video was helpful for you if you are someone who is in the position of wanting to reach out to your twin flame runner, but you have been unsure of whether this is the right time or the right move forward. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the purpose of this podcast wasn't to give you a clear yes or no, but to stir within you a reminder of your own intuitive forces, the intuitive forces that are perfectly guiding you through this connection step by step. I feel that if you've listened this far, you have your answer. Maybe your ego is still unsure, is still doubting, is still afraid, but your soul feels solid about whether or not contacting your twin flame is right for you at this moment. So I'm just going to close this video by saying that whatever that answer is, I hope that in this case and in every case, you have the courage to follow that intuition, whatever it may be. If I resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, and have a wonderful rest of your day.